To start things off, 4-match win streak. T1 are the most winningest team in the LCK thus far, percentage-wise. Of course, Gen G managed to just pick up a 2-0, so they are ahead as far as the amount of games played and stuff like that. However, T1, when they're on the Rift, they win more than any other teams so far this year.
And Kana will face off against Zayas here, and Faker, of course. Well, too bad I wasn't able to punish Closer, so I'll punish Kana twice.
Dread is T1 versus Dread is exactly what this is, and you illustrated this earlier, saying that you were excited about this. But Dread leading in the POG votes, 500 points.
And now Gumayusi in superb form. Can he get revenge on Ghost, who stopped him at the World Semifinals, who stopped him? Kana is stronger now, but most people believe that because Zayas is young and has so much potential, he will eventually eclipse him. So this is kind of an apprentice versus the master type scenario here in the top side of the map.
He's going to have to do it.
Yeah,
biting the bullet.
I think that's part of, I mean, if you're Nongshim too, you're like, I know he doesn't want to play it. Maybe we'll let that one through and see what we can do to respond. But nope, just gonna be the Kench. Okay, Keria, good old Kench player here in the LCK. Has got a lot of games on it.
He certainly does, and this is going to be another unique champion. So that is an 8th unique champion for Keria. He has played Karma twice and Rakan twice.
For T1, their composition is really reliant on Faker hitting those rockets. If he's not able to get the poke done or have really nice packages in these fights, then it is going to be very difficult to pull this game off. But Oner does have a lot of agency in this game. This is a lot of attention to the top side of the map here. Smite fight.
Yeah, Oner's going to win, yeah. However, Dread might be able to find him here. Dashes on over. This battle is being won by Oner for now, though, as Diana has won these fights in the past, but not this time.
Especially because they didn't know where Dread is. They will now.
Yeah, flash play comes in. Great devour, but the hook was right there from Peter. Exhaust comes down. Now the Moonfall lands just under Gumayusi. Keria has done all the tanking that he can, and Kuma finally goes down. Ghost gets excited, but the play comes back. The Heartseeker will be enough to do it, though, as BDD makes his way in. Oner's being a jinx, though, and he's pretty scary while he's doing it. Chaos Storm comes down. Peter not going to be able to find the hook this time around, and the Abyssal Voyage gets Keria out to safety. Yeah.
So you watch this.
Great. Yeah, Peter plays this really well, but it just doesn't seem to be enough.
A play forward here, but I mean, look, the problem is it's a Tahm Kench, and Gumayusi is just where he needs to be on the outside of that box, has that extra shielding, and just has enough damage here. And even though he goes down, Ghost has to give his life for it, so it's a 2-for-1.
Yep.
Plus the play to mid Faker's about to pick up. You can see it on the mini-map.
And the Super Mega Death Rocket got eaten as well by a full health Diego. It was a good flash from Gumayusi.
The game can really turn on its head.
Oh, that hook was sick. Play comes back there as Keria is going to get slowed down by the box, but Gumayusi pops out. He's got full health. And a pan away from the top lane as, okay, all of the boys have turned up. Oner's going to have to Heartbreaker to get himself out. Doesn't have flash available, but damn, that would have given me a heart attack, I'll tell you that much, as Keria is going to try and get out, but yeah, that Abyssal Voyage was not going to be enough, as Faker will take the mid turret. There's a Tahm Kench on his way down, though, so they're not done with this one yet. There's the flash into the Abyssal Voyage. Keria really wants this one, as the flash comes out from Canna as well. There is still a turret here from the Baron Pit. Comes on in, as that is a great lantern and an even better hook, as well as Zayas just gets told to get the heck out of there. Needs to disengage now as Dread flashes, goes golden as well, but not able to get the kills, and the Heartbreaker comes back. It's heartbreaking Nongshim as well, as now they're turning the fight around. Oner dives right in, but I don't know whether that was a little bit too excited, as the Aphelios is also going to go down, and Nongshim will reign supreme in the end.
Oh man, we are getting such a great game here, and it's not over yet, this fight.
Whoa, Oner was so excited in that fight. It was just a little bit much, as Peter's going to get another flash. This guy's Thresh is just insane, as now Keria is getting poked out. Who's got the better poke? The team with the Corki or the team without?
In with an amazing stopwatch play. Unfortunately, he basically just gives Oner a first engage here, because he's like, all right, I'm going and we're turning this. Look at how low Zayas is. I'm going in. And then stopwatches after the ultimate here, and then Oner's like, well, I'm going to get that first reset then, thank you very much. Then he goes forward here and looks for the kills, but immediately is caught by, that's right, Peter, who helps set up everything here on the defensive side. Then they blast through and get a kill there on the Gumayusi. After what was a very messy first series for us tonight, I'm like, that
might have an impact, but it still looks really good as another hook this time onto Gumayusi, as Keria just evaporates. The same can be said for Gumayusi as well, and Nongshim. Oh man, that was the pick of destiny, and just write it down. Give Peter the POG right now.
Well, Nongshim have to win the game first before we
Yep.
Now Faker is just slowly trying to get into range, but he's getting poked out by the Jace.
Yeah, another Shock Blast is going to connect there on the T1's mid laner. They should be able to lock this one. Oh, and it steals it away! Oh, he will pay for it with his life, but he'll take that trade any day of the week. And Nongshim did all the work. There's even more poke coming out of Faker now as they're all on the run with low health bars. And all of the work that Nongshim just did is absolutely for nothing.
Several resets in the fight. It all starts off with Peter, who's peeking very high.
He was definitely a bit of a peeker there.
And he does peek over the wall here and grabs 2 kills. And then they set up for the Baron, but it's still low death timers. It's still early days. Look at how much damage Faker's able to do while Oner steals. And he's just sitting here free-shotting this whole team.
This is the first big mistake that has been made this game, is flipping for the Baron here. You never have to
pull down a Connor's Q. Very different.
Yeah. Zeus looking for an opportunity. The return damage, though, is really big. The flash has to come through. Super Mega Death Rocket comes down, but Carrier had eaten the Gragas. And BDD, yeah, you have to be so careful. Constant vigilance here from Nongshim with Faker in this position. Particular Victor with his Lich Bane as Canna.
There's some good poke.
Oh my god. Well, Dread gonna have to throw down the Moonlight Vigil. Gets taken down extraordinarily low and then immediately punished. The hook is gonna connect onto Carrier. Chaos Storm's there as well, but it's not going to kill him. Gumushi over the wall, that is a stopwatch. It's gonna get broken as Carrier actually flashes to get out of the disappearing Chaos Storm.
That damage. Now he's got his Frozen Heart online.
It's 100% that rocket. That rocket stopped everything, right? Because Nongshim, instead of going in, instead of following Dread, they were like, oh, that hurt. And they moved back instead of being able to follow up, as we've got another fight coming through here. Another great Devour comes down from Carrier, though, to deny it. The disengage from this Tahm Kench really playing very, very well here for T1.
That cast was amazing, too.
And we get the Cloud Soul. The answer's no. BDD, in fact, is the one that locks that one down. Well, as T1 are just going to be able to get themselves a Cloud Soul. But Nongshim, they watched DRX versus Rundong Freaks, and they knew.
Objective free. This is it, Dread. Are we going to see the big ult, or are you just going to slowly lose the game? That's the real question.
There's no control ward here on this Baron either. As you can see, Nongshim, they know exactly what's happening, but Dread has to get into position if they want this. The third Baron comes down. Faker will get up here. Does have 2 Siege minions as well as BDD turns up. Needs to be respected, of course, but Faker gets into range. And, yeah, they do. Poking his head in, and you can see Nongshim, I mean, they want a team fight, but T1 are just spreading them around their base, and they will take the middle inhibitor. And the top one is very soon to go as well. Minion Wave a long way away from T1 on the bottom side of the map. They just want to guarantee that they pick up 2 inhibs for this, and then they can reset, go grab that wave, push it on in, and then it should be pretty textbook as BDD gets taken down very, very low. Taken down to almost nothing just from a couple of rockets. BDD the same fate. Faker just doing way too much. As Ghost could get taken down here. Moonlight Vigil comes on in. Does have a redemption to keep him alive, but that is not going to work on this turret. Zeus just providing frontline, and T1 suffocating Nongshim out of this game.
5 seconds on the Baron. It's almost enough to get that 3rd inhibitor.
Yeah, it is going to wear off here, as that's a Shock Blast that connects. Faker gets a bit of his own medicine there. That Super Minion giving Canna a hard time, and it means that he's not going to be getting back, as that's a teleport to come on in here, but very defensive from Nongshim's top laner.
Yeah.
On the side of Nongshim, so I guess there's that, as Canna is possibly going to face check Oner. He doesn't. In order to try and get some health back, as Redemption comes on in, Canna not going to get the heal from it, unfortunately. His barrel even hurts, as yeah, the Elder's getting taken, and Nongshim, you have to do something! You gotta try and do anything! Faker's got a package to deliver, and he might just deliver it to your Nexus, and you're not even gonna be there! You're not gonna be home!
Yeah, I mean,
are we base racing? What's happening here? You don't have any structures.
This is a bad look for Nongshim. I hate to say it. You don't win this race.
Well, I mean, they're still going to go for it, I guess, but I don't think it's going to work. They're going to try as Zeus comes in and says, absolutely not. And T1, they don't even need to win a team fight. There, in fact, wasn't one. What felt like 30 minutes.
The craziest part about this is that for T1, you're scared of the team fight. You're worried about the team fight. You're like, the one way we lose this game is a sick team fight from Dread. But they weren't even willing to take that fight, Atlas.
Yeah.
It's definitely one where the coaching staff is going to be very upset, I think, with the decision-making. Early game, fine. Macro was fine in parts of the mid-game, but the late-game decision-making, It wasn't there.
Yeah, the thing that sort of worries me just a little bit is just the fact that like
이제 과감하게 좀 하자.
탑라인 기다리면 돼.
해봐.
야 밀어
뭐야
밀어.
이러네? 이거 끝나야 돼 끝나야 돼. 우리
미쳤다,
빨리 해야 돼 빨리 해야 돼.
컨셉 중인데.
야 이거 빨리
이거
빨리
텔 갖고 막을게, 막을게.
더 빨리 타워야 돼. 더
뭐야 이 사람들? 뭐야 얘네 들어.
뭐하냐? 나이스.
뭐야?